Welcome to everyone. I hope you are very well in this corona situation. In this situation, you have much time to spend some time with your family and to learn more things that you have not learnt yet, or you missed some concepts till today. So you may take this time to learn the new things as well as to learn new things also. So today we are starting to your new course of new standard 8 mathematics, and there are total 16 chapters in this. So the first 8 chapters are available in the first semester. The first 8 chapters are, the first chapter is rational number. Till today, in the previous standard, we studied the natural number, whole number, integers, and rational numbers too. But these all are the basic concepts. And in these standards, in standard 8, we will go in deeply. So we know the rational numbers and we will learn the rational numbers in deeply. The second chapter is linear equation in one variable. We studied this simple equations like x plus 2 equals to 5 and 2 plus y equals to 8 and so on. So these are the simple equations we had studied in the previous standard. And we also studied how to solve these equations. So in this standard 8 we will move in deep to how to solve these equations, and the new equations will form by using these integers and rational numbers and the others. But we use only one variable. So we will learn later. Chapter number 3 is understanding quadrilaterals. We know the quadrilaterals. We have studied the triangle and the geometric basic shapes. We will study also this in this next chapter, practical geometry. We have studied the circle, square, rectangle, and its circumference, area, everything. So we will study the practical geometry, such like the practical situation and practical some containers that we can find the volume also in this class. Then in chapter 5, data handling. See, the data handling, next chapter is square and square roots. Chapter number 7 is cube and cube roots. These chapters are very important for this government examinations. We know these examinations to recruit in government sector. There is also portion of quantitative aptitude. So these are the basic concepts, the data handling. Some data are given in the tabular form or in chart form, and we can find how to analyze that data and how can we utilize that data to get the analysis of that given data. So data handling is the most basic chapter for that entrance test. And the next chapter number 6 is square and square roots. We know the squares, the multiplication of the same number with itself. So we will learn how can we solve square roots and squares easy way, as well as in the cube and cube roots. What is the cube and cube roots, and what is and how can we solve that in easy method. And the last chapter is comparing quantities. That means two quantities are compared to each other, and by using that comparison we can form this equation. This equation is formed by this comparing quantities, hence these equal signs occur. So these are the basic idea about the syllabus of this standard 8 mathematics. And the next 6 chapters we will learn later in semester 2. Right now we will start the chapter 1, rational number. In previous standard we have studied the number system. Basically mathematics is interrelated, and the birth of mathematics is this number system. We have studied the first type of number system is the natural numbers. Suppose if we take the equation 2 plus y equals to 7, and we had studied this, how can we solve this? For what value of y we get the answer 7. So we know that if we put 5 instead of this y, then 2 plus 5 gives 7. So these all are the natural numbers. We know that natural numbers is a set of numbers of x where x is started from 1, 2, 3 up to infinite. This is the set of natural number. The natural number is started from 1 and move positively. That means 1, 2, 3 in ascending order. So these all digits are called natural number. Now second type of numbers is whole number. If we add one digit, that is 0. If we add 0, x plus 0, here 0 is a subset. So if we add this 0, we get the whole number series like 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So if we start this series from 0, this series became whole numbers. So 0 is the starting point or starting digit of this whole number. These all numbers are called whole numbers. The third type is integers. We have studied these integers also. If we take the series started from negative infinite, like negative infinite to -4, -3, -2, -1 is 0, and then 1, 2, 3, and so on. So this series is called integers. These all digits are included in the integers. So the negative number is also included in the integers. The next thing, fourth one, is the rational number. Now, the basic definition of this rational number is the P by Q form of a number, P by Q form of a number in which Q never became 0 and P and Q both are integers. The series of this form of a number called rational number. Here P by Q, if we take 0 here, what happened? We will learn later. But see here, these condition must be satisfied to become that number rational, otherwise not. So this number, if we take an example like 5 by 3. See here, 5 and 3 both are available in the integer system, as well as the denominator 3 is not 0. So this ratio 5 by 3 is called rational number. So rational number is represented in this form 5 by 3. The another example is like minus 2 by 7. So here minus 2 is integer and 7 is also an integer. So this system minus 2 by 7 is called rational number. Let me take another example, minus 27 by 5. So minus 27 is also included in the integers and 5 is also included in the integers. So this ratio is called rational number. So these are the rational numbers. Let me move on some basic properties of these numbers. So I hope you understand about these numbers: natural, whole, integers, and rational number. Let me understand about some properties of rational number. So the first property is closure property. Let me understand about the closure property. How this property satisfied the own original equation. We had studied the closure property of whole number in the previous time. See, first one is the closure property of natural number, like if you take x plus 7 is equals to 13. So for what value of x we get 13? Of course, 6. If you put x is equals to 6, then we get the answer 13. So these value of x comes in the natural number system. These 6, the value of x comes in the natural number system. So we can say that this is the closure of the natural number. That means this addition is closer to the natural number system. The same example let me take for whole number. If we take y plus 8 equals to 8, then for what value of y we get the result at? Of course, if we put y equals to 0, then if we put y equals to 0, we get answer 8. So 0 is included in the whole number. So this is also the additive property or closer to the system, closer to the whole number system. Let me take the third closure for integers. So let me start first the closure property of this rational number. We studied this property for some operations. Let me move. The first operation is addition. Let me take an example like 5 plus x equals to 3. Sorry, 5 plus x equals to 8. For what value of x we get this addition results 8. So for the value of 3, x equals to 3, we get the result 8. That means the addition of two whole number results whole number. If we take any another value like 0 plus 7 equals to also 7. So the addition of a whole number results 7 or whole number. Hence we can say that the addition holds the closure property. Here the last column is for closure property holds or not. So here, yes, the addition holds this closure property. So we can say that the whole number is closed under the addition. Now let me take the second operation is subtraction. If we subtract two things, like 7 minus 3, we get 4. Here 7 and 3 both are whole number, we get whole number. But is it hold every time? The another example is 8 minus 9, we get minus 1. See here, 8 and 9 both are included in whole number, but the result is integer. So the subtraction in the whole number does not hold this closure property. Hence we should write whole number is not closed under subtraction. The third operation is multiplication. Let you multiply two whole number like 10 multiplied by 7, we get 70. We should take two whole number compulsory to check this property, because we are finding the closure property for whole number. So the all digits must be whole number. 10 multiplied by 7 is 70. 70 is also included in whole number. The another example is 0 multiplied by 778. We get this multiplication 0. 0 is also included in whole number. So for any whole number multiplied with each other, we get the whole number. So we can say the multiplication process is hold in this whole number closure property. So we should write the whole number is closed under multiplication and the last operation is division. Let me take an example of division of two whole number is 10 by 5. If we divide 10 by 5, we get 2. The another example is 85 by 5. We get 17. So here 85, 5 and 17 all are included in whole number. So for every whole number, if we divide this whole number, is it holds? The result is whole number. Right now for these examples we look that holds, but not every time. Let's take the last example that will crack this property. Like if we take 85 divide by 0, we know that 0 is also included in whole number. 0 is included. So if any number with 0, then what we get? There is undefined term. We know that is infinity, but this is undefined term. So the result is not included in the whole number. So this property is not hold in this. So we can write the whole number is not closed under division. So these are the basic operation, and we checked the closure property for the whole number for these operation. Right now we conclude that there is only two operation for which the closure property is hold for whole number. There are only two operation. One is addition and second is multiplication. See these two. For these two operations we can say the closure property is hold, or this property is closed for the whole number. Now let me take the another number system. Like integer. For the integer number system, let me check the closure property for these operations. The first operation is addition. Let me take the addition of two integer numbers like -3 plus 2. The result is -1. We know that -1 is also included in integers. -3 and -2 plus 2 both are integers, as well as -1 is also an integer number. For any value of integer, for 0, let me take -5 plus 0, we get -5. So the result is also included in integer. So we can say that the whole number is closed under this addition. That means for integer number, the closure property is holds for addition. Now let me take the another example for subtraction. For subtraction operation, let me take two example. 3 minus 5, we get -2. So 5, 3 and -2 all are included in integer. For another example, 7 minus 0 results 7. Another example is 25 minus 25 minus 5 is -30. So this is this example for subtraction. We get the result -30, and this is also included in the whole number. So these all systems are held. So in the subtraction, this integer number system is closer for this subtraction property, subtraction operation. So we can say the whole number is closed. We should remove this not. Here the whole number is closed under the subtraction property. Now let me take the multiplication. Is it holds for multiplication? So minus 30 multiplied by minus 5. Now we know that minus indicates that minus 1 is multiplied with 30. So here the result is 150, but the result is positive. 150 is also included in this integer. Minus 30, minus 5, all are included in the integer. If you multiply any value like 7 multiplied by 0, so we get 0 is also included in the integer. So here the integer number is closed under the multiplication, because if we multiply two whole number or integer number, the result is also an integer. Always for any value of integer, we get the result integer. Hence we can say that integer number is closed under the multiplication. So the closure property in the integer number for multiplication process is holding. This property is holding now. And the last operation is division. So for the division, let me take the division of two integer numbers. Minus 5 by minus 1, we get plus 5. The another example is minus 30 divided by 10, we get minus 3. 5 minus 3, both are included in the integers. But is there any example that does not hold this property? Yes. If we divide the number, any number like 35 by 0, then what is the result? It is also undefined, because 0 is also included in this integer. 35 is also included in the integer, but the result does not included in the integer. Hence, for the integer number, this property is not hold. For the integer numbers, the closure property does not hold under division operation. So for this integer number, there are three operations are holding this closure property: addition, subtraction, and multiplication. But the division property or division operation does not hold in the integer number. And let the last number system, rational number, in as per your syllabus. So let me do the same operation for this rational number. Like first example is 7 by 5 multiplied by 15 by 21. What is this simplification? We know that 7 3s are 21, 5 3s are 15, 3 divided by 3 is 1. So here this is the rational number, this is also rational number. Wait a minute. But if here we should check for the addition, So we cannot solve this like this way. So 7 by 5 plus 8 by 9. What is the result? Let me simplify this. To make the denominator equal, we should multiply here by 9 in numerator as well as in denominator. Plus, we should multiply here by 5 to make the denominator equal. See, this multiplication gives the equal denominator. Now, 9 multiplied by 7, 56. Sorry, 63 plus 40 divide by 45. Now what is this addition? 103 divided by 45. So the addition of two rational number results a rational number. So we can say that here the rational number is closed to under this addition. The rational number is closed under this addition. Let me take another example for subtraction. Like 3 divided by 7 minus 4 divided by 21. Here 3 by 7 is a rational number. 4 by 21 is also a rational number. Let me find the result. So 3 by 7. Here to make this denominator equal, let you multiply with 3. Here is also 3. 7 3s are 21. Denominator became equal. Here 3 3s are 9 minus 4. Here the answer is 5 divided by 21. So in the subtraction, if we take the subtraction of two rational number, the result is also a rational number. So what we can say? Integer number is also closed under the subtraction also. There is no any number that does not hold this property. And the last two numbers, in the last two, the multiplication is, let me take the multiplication of two rational number, like the last one is 7 by 5 multiplied by 5 by 9. What we get? Here 5 will be cancelled. So we get 7 by 9. Here the multiplication of two rational number results a rational number. If you multiply any number with 0, we get 0. This is also included in the rational number. Hence, we can say that the rational number is also hold under the multiplication process. And let me check for the last one, for the division. If we do the division process of two rational number, like 3 by 5 divide by 9 by 10. So we know that the denominator of numerator goes in denominator, like 3 by 5 in this way, and the denominator's denominator goes in numerator. So 10 goes in the numerator and 9 is as it is. Let me simplify this. 3 3s are 9, 5 2s are 10. So we get 2 by 3 is the answer. So the division of two rational number results the division. is also included in this rational number. But here is another example that oppose the division operation that included in this closure property. The example is like 7 by 3 divided by 0. We know that 0 is also included in this rational number. So 7 by 3. So see here, 0 is in only a number like 0 in this way. Not the 0 by 0. Because we know that the denominator does not 0. It never 0 in this rational number. It is excluded. So 0 by 0 is also undefined, but we'll see later. But here this 0 is in numerator. 7 by 3 divided by 0 is undefined. So same way, the division operation does not hold this closure property. Hence we can say rational number is not closed under the division process. So in the conclusion of this closure property for the rational number, again we can say that for the addition, subtraction and multiplication process, the rational number holds this closure property. So today we discussed about this closure property for the whole, integers and rational number. Till today we discussed about these operations and the closure property. So we will learn further in the next lecture. Thank you.